Okay, just wanted to start this up because I haven't played it in like forever. It's been a minute, honestly. Like, that's the thing. I don't like playing video games in really long bursts because I can eventually get burned out on them, especially the good ones that keep me hooked for hours. Oh wow, got a horn. It's been a while since I played this. Now that I think on it, but I usually take time off the ones I binge for hours at a time for nearly a year or half a year. What was I even doing before? Check. See what my gear's looking like. Lord and Post Dragon, which shouldn't be surprising. This is all Dragon Forged, except for this. It's not, for some reason. Oh well. Okay, what's my vocation, though? Okay, that's one King's Ring. I don't need that. Got a lot of stuff here. Okay, if I'm wielding a bow, Dragon's Rancor. Looks like I'm an assassin. Okay, that makes sense. I'm gonna go ahead and just go to Bitter Black Isle, I think. That's usually what I do when I play this. I just hop onto the actual good part of the game. The overworld in Dragon's Dogma is nice, but it feels incomplete, and apparently that is exactly what it was. It was, basically the base game was cut in half, and then the half was cut in half again. That was an actual thing that occurred during its development. They planned a moon level, and elves, and everything else. And that didn't end up going anywhere, you see. So, like, what are these daggers? Basically, the Dragon's Bane, Dragon's Rancor, Ascalon. Okay. I had a lot. Oh yeah, I remember now. I was farming the Ur Dragon, and it was taking forever because I couldn't get the kill. And eventually I just gave up on it because it took so long. Okay, Wages of Death, Heart of Darkness. Wages of Death 2. Heart of Darkness. Okay, yeah, this is the... I'm in Post Diamond here. Okay.
This plate. Oh well. If you've the need.
Yeah, okay. I get it now. I know what I'm doing. Gonna get my ass beat. That's what I'm gonna do.
If you've the need, I'm the pulling.
Where are my skills at? Okay, I've got like 11 discipline. Yeah. So the funny thing is, in this game, you'd be better off playing as either a mage or a bow dude, because default sword characters tend to suck until you get like really good abilities, you know. Okay, I guess I'll just level this for a bit then. And I'm gonna get that right there, because I need that. Let me see here. Stamina. Yeah, that's, so, weird as this may sound, and this is going to sound really weird, but the vocation system in Dragon's Dogma is technically a sort of job system, like a Final Fantasy job system. The difference being the job's only crossover thing is augments. And you unlock an augment by leveling a certain vocation, as they're called in this game. And that in turn gives you an ability that you can put on your augments list, and it carries over to any other job. So like Warrior, for example, unlocks Ferocity, which makes all your default attacks really hard hitting like their skills. And this is a very essential ability. There are a lot of these, you see. There are going to be like a lot of these, and each one sort of can play off the other or enhance the other. A lot of thought was put into this combat system, I think. Which is why I like it. I'm just going to take this off, and... where was it again? Here it is. I don't even think I need that, but
What'll it be then? If you've the need and the coin,
Okay.
I've the way. What'll it be then?
Can I buy? Getting that for sure. Definitely getting that. It's always good to have these. Trust me, you'll need them. Let's see here. Definitely getting that. And some of that. Okay, I'm now medium weight, so I need to just buy one of those for sure. I don't think I'm at the point where I can like comfortably farm stuff, but if I am, great. I'll just do that.
What'll it be then? If you've the need and the coin, no doubt.
Now, Dragon's Dogma is hard. You'd be forgiven for comparing it to Dark Souls, because mechanically it almost feels like it's supposed to be Dark Souls at first. But it's not. It is absolutely not anything like any other game out there. I can't stress enough that this game is really unique. For starters, you don't really have a dedicated dodge button, see? You have to unlock the dodge. And then when you get it, it's not very good. It doesn't have iframes or anything. So what you're doing is you're essentially just getting out of the way faster, you see. Having said that, that doesn't mean there aren't iframes in this game. There are abilities that have iframes. Like the warrior has an attack that's also a dodge. But he doesn't move or anything. He just attacks. So you think, okay, well this isn't a dodge then. No, it is. Because you're completely invulnerable during that attack. So it's like you press the button, you attack during an attack, and you avoid the attack. And you can like time it and stuff. Uh-oh. Here we go. Oh, never mind. Now, Bitter Black Isle is really difficult. It's a high level area. You have to be like at least level 60 or 70 to start somewhat safely going through it. And I'd absolutely recommend being level like 150 when you start post-diamond, because it's really hard. But that's because I'm an amateur and I'm bad at video games. But yeah, it's fun. It's really hard to get into. Okay. But stamina is essential. It also has abilities like timed just frame attacks, so like if you press Terrible Bend just as it finishes charging, it's stronger. See? And not a lot of people realize just how unique Dragon's Dogma is. There's nothing like it at all. It really is. The best way to describe it is it's a Capcom RPG. So it's got like sort of fighting character action game logic going on it, but it's still technically an RPG. You level up your vocations and stuff, you know, you go through that. Okay, that's trapped. That's going to be trapped every time. In Post Diamond, you get mimic chests, and they suck. I hate them. They're a thing in pre-diamond, but they're like set chests. In Post-diamond, you have to make the pawns go after every chest, without exception. You can't do it yourself because you'll die. But you can break them free.
I'll take that.
I wonder what's inside.
Okay, good. If Dragon's Dogma has a thing, it's that you fight giant monsters. But it's like a combination of everything. You got a bit of Devil May Cry DNA in this. You got a bit of Monster Hunter. You got a lot of crazy stuff. Oh shit. Where's he at?
You must be cautious.
A good chunk of your game is going to be spent doing stuff like this. Where you climb the monster, try to break its parts, sort of like Monster Hunter, you know? And the idea is you want them in a knockdown state like this, because that's when you can do a lot of damage. So that's a lot like fighting game logic, you know? This game is really hard to get into. But once you get into it, it gets really good. And then suddenly, you know, eventually it just starts clicking. Now let me... Okay, so... once a Chimera loses its goat head, it becomes resistant to magic and, becomes resistant to physical. It depends on which head dies. So right now it's resistant to physical attacks, but magic will definitely do it in. There we go. Showed him.
What's this?
Appreciate it. Okay, I am definitely not at a point where I can reliably do a lot of damage. I need better weapons. And for that, we're going to have to fight the diamond. Or the demon, or the daemon, whatever you want to call it. The pawns pronounce it diamond, I'm pronouncing it diamond. But it's a good fun game to just sort of get into and play just for the sake of playing it, because it's also kind of how the narrative of the game works, where it relies heavily on its own video game logic to justify itself. The story for Dragon's Dogma is really crazy.
What's that?
Like, it gets really meta.
Let me see. Let us see what we
Can't
have.
stand much more of this.
Okay, more rift crystals. Need those to upgrade stuff. I don't even think I have online enabled right now. I should check later. So, in Post Diamond, all the Bitter Black Isle changes and everything becomes worse. Really dangerous monsters come out of the woodwork and start trying to kill you. All that good shit. One thing you'll definitely want to try to do is always bring something with an enemy's weakness with you. That and throw blasts. Okay, yeah, and this is a good example. This game will just throw lots of bullshit at you. Oh god, gargoyles. Really hate gargoyles. There we go. Okay, he's taken care of. You can actually use this attack to stun lock smaller enemies, especially the annoying ones. There is a lot of fighting game logic in this game, like that, for example. That and instant reset. So what instant reset is, literally what it looks like, literally what it sounds like. It's you reset your animations and make them neutral. What this means is you give yourself instant recovery from anything. You see? This also means you can instant reset through knockdown. It's really wacky. Like, it's a good ability. But it's one of those abilities you'd only think of when you're in the midst of playing the game, focusing on its mechanics, you know? This is gonna take forever. This is, I think, a high-level wyvern, so it's not gonna die easy. Oh boy, yeah. I'm gonna get my butt kicked. There we go. Okay, there he goes. And I don't really know if I'm gonna go down there right now, because he's always gonna fly around, you see. Damn. Okay, one sec. Let me get a bit more comfortable, because this is going to take a while. If I had better weapons, I'd be able to do this better, but I don't, so... What you're seeing right now is me just sort of laying into him, waiting for the pawns to actually cast spells, instead of sitting there being useless, because they're going to be the damage here. I'm just going to be the guy who shoots good. I'm shoot good guy. Look at me go. Sure do have a lot of arrows to shoot this dragon with. Guys, seriously, do something. Why are you like this? Really? But I need them to do damage, and they're not. So, like... Cast something... Oh, boy. This is my biggest frustration with pawns. In theory, their AI is really good. It's actually the most complex AI in all of gaming. The problem with this is... it doesn't change the fact that they're dumb as a box of rocks, and they don't do the thing you need them to do most of the time. Like, I need them to go and start casting really powerful in-game spells, but they're just gonna run around and do nothing. You see. That's really frustrating. Like, when they do the right thing, it's amazing. But they never do. Yes, yes, we can't reach from the ground. See, if I was a sorcerer, I'd just cast. If I was there, it'd be different. Okay, yeah, that thing is hitting me really hard, so let me heal up real quick. Do I have any conquerors? Yes! Okay, stack those up to 4 times. There we go, there's the damage. Who needs those damn pawns? Look at this. Look at this shit. Let's hit the weak point for big damage. Okay, hold that thought. I need to heal my... everything else, because... But yeah, this is why I like Assassin, because they're like... they do a lot of stuff. They have the shields for fighters, they have swords for fighters, bows, they're kind of an overall, all-around, they're basically an upgraded fighter, really, that's what they are. They're like the best, they're the best melee job in the game. The melee vocation. And it's the same thing, who am I kidding?
Going.
Do the thing!
On my way.
Get eaten!
Very well.
Oh, damn. Wasn't a mimic. Okay, so, in this game, in this area, there are going to be chests that are rigged with, I guess, the equivalent of mimics. And you don't ever want to open chests in post-diamond. Ever. You don't. Like, the rule of thumb is, if a pawn's not opening chests for you, throw that pawn into the void. Get a new one. Don't ever open a chest yourself ever again. It's not worth it. There, see? See? Every fucking time, right there. Okay, I gotta run. Okay, good. And don't think you're free just because you caught one. Because sometimes there'll be 2 in an area. Never, ever trust a chest in Bitter Black Isle during post-diamond. Pre-diamond, You're okay. Most of the chests aren't going to have these in them, and if they do, they'll be set. You know, you'll know the ones that'll always have one. Post diamond, all bets are off. Don't do it. Just make the pawn do it, and if they don't, kick them. Who cares? You can replace them. They're pawns. Alright.
Let's have a look.
That looks useful. I think that's actually like level bitter black gears, so. Okay, well there. Here. Sick 'em.
This looks interesting. I can't stand much more of this. Let me see.
Okay, I should heal everyone. Now, technically speaking, you can go solo in this game, and I actually set up Assassin so I could, because there's an augment you can do which makes it so that you never have to rely on pawns ever. You can just do way more damage alone. But that has its own set of problems, like if an enemy or a monster hits you with a grab attack, you can't get out on your own most of the time. I mean, you can mash the button, but it's put in there as a joke. You're not actually supposed to get free before finish doing the prompt. You have to break your controller trying to do that, right?
Treasure,
That's what the
perhaps?
pawns are for. They stagger the enemy with their attack, trying to free you, and you're good to go. Hold on. I think I hurt my eye. Damn it. If I had to say this game is like anything, it's a lot like... Oh, it's like Dungeons and Dragons in a lot of ways. Because in Dungeons and Dragons, there are going to be instances where, like, if you didn't prepare, you have no chance of winning. You know? Like, good example here is Strahd's Castle, or whatever it was, the module for that. Where sometimes you'll step through a portal or teleporter, right? And suddenly you'll be in a room full of wights with no gear, no way to defend yourself, alone. Now, in Dragon's Dogma, you might be put in a situation sort of like that, but, you know, you're in control of when you get into it, how you get into it. I mean, it's never going to be literally that, but the idea is, like, there are going to be situations that are just plain damn unfair. But if you prepared, you'll be fine. So, like, for example, if you, like, to pick an idea out of the air here, if you were in that situation in Castle Strahd in a D&D module, and say they gave you the option to take a thing with you that compensated for armor and gave you like a magical weapon or something like that, you know, like you had a magic armor, magic weapon option, and you could fight those wights, right? I mean, I don't think that's actually how it go, but that's kind of the idea behind Dragon's Dogma's situations is you'll be up against really unfair odds a lot of the time, and you gotta pull a Batman, and you gotta prepare. And that's the game. That's kind of the spirit of the game, it's that. Idea is, you're the guy who says, if I was there, it'd be different. And then you make it happen. And Dragon's Dogma thematically focuses a lot on willpower. And it expresses that through its gameplay beautifully, because it really is about your will. You know, you have to make things right. You have to make things better. You have to beat the odds, not through sheer power, but through resourcefulness, cleverness. You know, having the right tools at the right time, knowing what's ahead. This game turns you into Batman, basically. That's right, it's Batman the video game. The D&D module. Okay. I don't know if they're going to open this one, because they're busy playing with the ledge.
I'll have a look around.
Come on.
See what we have here.
Come on, Fido. Get over here. Come on. Where are you guys going?
Coming. Very well.
Why are they like
Go
this?
at once.
You know, as inconvenient as they can be sometimes, the pawns aren't inherently terrible. They might actually be the most enjoyable part of the game, because they're such goofy doofuses that you can't help but to love them. Like, okay, open the chest. Go on, open the chest. Go on. You got this. Open the chest.
This looks interesting.
Better. Okay, good. Yeah, never do it yourself. Trust me, it ain't worth it. It just ain't. I like how they aggressively wrestle with the ledges when they come across them. Like, the AI pathing for this game is really weird.
I wonder what's inside.
That's a good question.
I'll take that.
I'll take that. My auspicious intent. And the interesting thing about the pawns is they're like AI partners you can customize for other players. And you also have to teach them. Like, you actually have to generate their AI behaviors by doing stuff yourself. So, like, say, if you pick stuff up a lot, then put it down, right? Like, pick it up again, put it down. And eventually, they'll destroy it because it takes time for them to learn new behaviors, but the idea is you can teach them to do stuff. So if you like destroy a lot of stuff, they'll start destroying it too. If you open a lot of chests, they'll start opening it too. Eventually, you won't have to teach them to open chests. They'll do it themselves. But before that, they won't know to do that. Or they will, but they won't do it quite as often.
This looks interesting.
Yeah. And this translates into sort of teaching them inclinations. So they're like pawn behaviors change over time and become inclinations. And there's one inclination you never want in a pawn, and it's the guardian inclination, because they'll stick to you like glue and do nothing else. So if you want to keep your distance and make them do the fighting for you, or have them do damage for you, and they have the guardian inclination, that shit ain't gonna happen. And getting rid of that inclination is like a weird process that they don't teach you in the game. You have to figure that shit out for yourself. You have to get like a pawn inclination reset potion and stuff. And this isn't a thing I even knew. Like, people found this shit out. Which is crazy when you think about it. Okay, let me see what I've got next. This room is nice. Basically, this room is like a free boss room that resets every time you go back through it. So here you got a bunch of chimeras, right? And you can kill those easy. But also, got an undead there. If I were to leave this room and go back, it'd reset. Where'd he go? White. Okay, that's a white. That's bad. Those guys cast Petrify. I don't want that. Okay.
I'll hold the serpent steel. Please, panic.
Oh shit. Whew. Oh my god, there was another one. I need to stop. Okay, one sec. Oh, of course my stamina refills aren't working out. Okay. Oh, he healed it. That's messed up, though. There we go. See, when they do the right thing, it's beautiful. You know, they come together, they kick ass, they take names. It's great. It's when they don't that I have a problem with them. And there'll be a lot of periods where you really wish they had the right set of AI scripts. But fortunately, it's not that bad. Like, I make it out to be worse than it is. It's just really inconvenient when it does happen, because it's usually against an enemy they haven't fought yet. And it's going to be a lot of that.
Treasure, perhaps.
Best favor you can do for another player is to sort of pit their pawns against as many foes as possible. Try to teach them as much as you can. You know,
This looks interesting.
get them that bestiary information as much as possible. So what's going to happen is I'm going to leave, right? And then this room's going to reset. I'm going to get more stuff to fight. Now the downside is eventually I will run out of like materials to go up against certain types of monsters, because these are very useful. They're like a cheat. But you have to use 4 of them, and you get like a massive boost to your overall damage output, which trivializes some of the like really hard boss fights, you know? But it's like the super drakes, basically, the super dragons. Let's see, what are these? Ogres. Of course that comes. I don't know if I want to fight those, but I'll give it a shot. Oh no, you don't, fool bastard. Instant reset, working its magic. Okay, let me think here. You serious? Hate those things. Okay. These rooms are pretty big challenges, but they're not like impossible to get through or anything. You just have to like know how to fight these monsters. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm about to die. Come on. Come on, break the controller. Break the controller. Break the controller! No! Oh shit. Yeah, there we go. See what I mean when I say they put that in as a joke? But fortunately, if you prepare, this doesn't matter. You just have to take less risks the second time so that you don't get hit like that again. That's what I mean when I say prepare in this game. Something bad or unexpected is going to happen to you in Dragon's Dogma, and you want to be ready. Guys, seriously, cast magic. Nope. I fucked up. Oh, okay, yeah, that's bad. Let's see if I can heal through it. Okay, yeah. And auspicious incense. Let's see if I've got any arrows. I do. Okay. No, no good. Oh, damn. Come on. Slowly whittling these things down. I like to do more damage, but there's so many of them. I'm kind of relying on the mages to do all the casting here, and I kite them around the arena. There we go. That's one down. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, they're dead. Unfortunately, you can kind of revive them right out the gates. There we go. Okay. Just one left now. Oh shit. Okay. So anyway, that's how you grind a Dragon's Dogma. It's hard. This game is hard, but it's like... It's so unique, you can't really say, oh, it's like Dark Souls, or, oh, it's like Final Fantasy, because it's kind of not like anything in any part of the game industry, ever. You can't even say it's like Monster Hunter, because it doesn't really follow the same rules of Monster Hunter combat. It really is a Capcom RPG, that's the best way to describe it. is it's Capcom if they decided to do Dungeons and Dragons once. And it's really good. It really is. It's just... It's hard to get into, you know? That's the hardest part about this game, is like, when you first play it, you're gonna think it's bad. You're gonna go, oh shit, this game sucks, why am I playing it? And it's only later when it starts to kind of dawn on you, oh, this is actually a really fucking good game. Oh, why didn't I play this earlier? Why did I think this was bad? What is wrong with me? And then you really get into it, and it just becomes one of the greatest games ever. But it's that, like, period where you don't know what the hell you're playing, you know? And you try to compare it to something or give yourself a reason to keep going with it, like, okay, maybe I just treat it like Monster Hunter. Don't do that. Just nothing like Monster Hunter. So anyway, I need to go back and prepare, because that's the name of this game. And also, everybody's almost near death. Like, two exchanges is all it took to get them to this point.
Tis a port crystal.
It's a port crystal. One can reach it from anywhere with the use of a magic item.
But yeah, you'll be spending a lot of time sort of just slowly making your way through each part of the game.
You've the need and the coin. Wouldn't it be then?
And fortunately, this game has really, really good replayability. That's its best thing. Best thing it's got going for it is, like, it's kind of built for you to play it a lot, and replay it a lot, you know? Let's see, autonomy, preemption, watchfulness. Yeah, this is that ability I was talking about. This is exclusive to Assassin, and it basically allows you to solo play. It's easier with party members, because if you go out solo, sure, you're a lot stronger, you're a lot better, you do a lot more damage, but you still have to prepare a lot for almost every possible thing.
Wouldn't it be then?
Whereas if you have party members, you know, they'll make it a bit easier on you, because they'll cover a lot more bases. Like, sorcerers have an ability that can get rid of petrification, you know? And you'll want at least one sorcerer in your party for that if you don't ever want to bring secret softeners with you, ever. Let's see, okay, I've got a wake stone shard, but no wake stone. Gonna have to fix that. Ascalon. Twilight Manichae.
Wouldn't it be then?
What else do I have here? I don't really need this right now. Okay. Really should just wear that, but let me check to see what I've got
If you've the
here.
need and the coin, I've the...
Rarefy. Okay, I've got Dragonwing gloves. What are these by comparison? Oh, they're leagues better. Ooh, evil eyeballs. I should wear those. These ain't shit by comparison. I got the Twilight Grooves, that's something. Yeah, that's actually, I think, one of the Bitter Black pieces of Bitter Black gear. I think it's like level 1 to level 2. Speaking of which,
no doubt.
should go ahead and see what gear I've unlocked,
Permit me to help you now as
if
before.
anything.
I would do.
Bitter Black Isle is interesting because it's very arcadey, and you also like have this purification system where you find cursed or tainted items and gear, and you can spend rift crystals to have them cleansed, and they're generally pretty useful. Like this, for example. This is basically a Quake Tome. That's really good, actually. This is okay. The thing is, it costs rift crystals to do that.
I would, if there is aught I can do.
See, vocation change. What have I mastered? Okay, I haven't mastered Mystic Archer yet. Ranger, Warrior. Got Warrior close. Haven't even touched Mage. Really should work on that. So the thing about fighters is, in this game, fighters are very technical. In most RPGs, you know, you play as a fighter because they're like the most straightforward vocation or job, right? You know, you want to hit stuff really hard and really good. Fighters are not that. They're more like, how to put it? They're like a damage reflecting vocation, I want to say. I mean, you can do damage with them, but that's not their purpose. They're the tank. They draw attention and they block a lot. And Mystic Knight is like, you know, fighters like, they're the overall tank. They draw an attention with their shield bash thing, a shield symbol rather. I can't remember what it was called. It was like a thing where you like bash your shield and that attracts attention. And then you block a lot. You do a lot of attacks that are sheltered behind the shield, that sort of thing. So it's not like they literally do a lot of damage. If you want damage melee, these are your guys right here. But they're also pretty technical too, you know. But they're like they have an iframe slash, which is really good. I prefer that over these. This is really good too. It can be amazingly good if you know what abilities do the most damage, right? You go down and Mystic Knight. Mystic Knight is like nothing like Fighter or Warrior. It's entirely shield based. Like, you have weapons, you can use fighter attacks, but really, you should just be using the shield every time, because that's the main weapon. And you can also cast magic with it. This is actually one of my favorite vocations, if it being maxed out didn't tell you that already. Because it can, like, perform temporary party enchantments. It does a lot of cool shit. This is a good job. This one is one of my favorites because it's like magic, just pure destructive magic, no support whatsoever. You just go in and blow shit up. But the casts take a long time, is the thing. So I used to do this a lot, and God, playing a sorcerer is a lot of fun. Magic Archer I like, but I've never gotten used to it. I tried it a few times though. But right now I'm trying to max out Assassin, which is like a fighter if it was a rogue. So it's like a better fighter, because you can do a lot of things. You can also use a lot of stuff like daggers and whatnot. And it deals the most damage out of all the quote-unquote fighter vocations. Because even Warrior can't keep up with this thing.
If there is aught I can do, say it.
I'm not about to actually change vocations yet. I want to mess around with my skills, though. Potential, Bastion. Yeah, okay, Haitian. I'm just going to get rid of that, actually. I'm not a fan of it. There we go.
If there is aught I can do, say it. Pray permit me to help you now as before. If there is aught...
Gotta make sure I've got all the stuff I need put away.
If
Okay, I don't
there
have
is
anything.
aught I can... Pray permit me to help you now as before. Pray permit
What am
me
I
to
doing?
help you. If there is aught I can do.
Twilight. Do I have any more Twilight gear? I don't think I've farmed Bitter Black Isle a whole lot. I should work on that. Right.
If there is aught I can do, say it.
Okay, what about the head? Mistletoe circling? Really? This has better strength than magic, so maybe I should just go with this for now. Really, I should just find another piece of Twilight gear.
If there is aught, pray permit, pray take.
Okay, I should buy some stuff from that dude and rest.
This. Oh well. If you've the need and the coin, what'll it be?
I don't think I can get a whole lot, but I'm gonna grab some throw blast. And
What'll it be then?
guess I should go ahead
If you've the
and
need and the what'll it be then?
draw. What do we got here? Those are all my demons, perhaps? Really? I don't even have Conqueror's perhaps. What the hell? Usually more prep than this, but I guess this must be a new file or something. Now, throw blast will have to make up the difference. Because I have, like, no resources for some reason. Okay, that's... Cursed by it.
What'll it be then?
Change equipment real quick. Yeah, that's actually really good. Why do I have the other thing equipped? Oh, right, it's a dagger. What am I doing? And Dragon's Dogma is my main sword, which is nice, but not what I'm after. So yeah, the fighter is the only job that gets the sword called Dragon's Dogma. Isn't that surprisingly fucked up? Ascalon. Okay, Ascalon has a magic stat. That's why I would want it. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. Dragon's Dogma is just pure offense. I think. Yeah, it's just a sword. So I have Dragon's Vein. It's already been rarefied. Do I have a better dagger? Oh, okay. Magic dagger. So that'd go great on my magic archer at least. I'm definitely going with this, so.
What'll it be then?
Pause it. Yeah, I don't need this on my non-magic using vocation. That's going back in there. Dragon's Den can stay for now. And its key is also going back because I have no need for that. Dragon's Den. Yeah, it's going away. Now, ordinarily, I would just would buy Conqueror's Prey Wraps from what's his face? The merchant. No. Fornival. Yeah, Fornival's like the main source of Prey Wraps in the game. But I don't know if I can access them during post-Dragon, but I guess I should give it a shot.
What'll it be then? If you've the no doubt.
So, after I heal everyone, I'm just going to go back into post-Dragon for a minute. Most messed up thing, the highlight of the base game.
How did I perform?
The highlight of the base game is like,
I've learned a new way to fight their ilk. Shall we rest before pressing on?
it's fighting the dragon. Like, he's the main draw of the game, right? After that, post-Dragon happens, everything goes straight to shit, and suddenly you don't really have a reason to play the base game anymore. Because, sure, you unlock all the monsters and stuff that you were promised the game had, but then you're like, oh, okay, actually there's Bitter Black Isle, this is better. I could just do that here.
This place is without. Oh well. If you've the need and the
Okay.
no doubt.
Eternal Prairie Stone. So if you have to buy a version of this game, I would suggest buying the Dark Arisen version, because it has free fast travel. Now, the thing about fast travel in this game is you still have to earn it by finding teleport crystals, but once you finish setting them up, they stay there through each playthrough, so you never have to do it again. So all these, I had to find the crystals, then I had to put them somewhere, based on where I usually go for each playthrough, right? And this is my setup. And this is like, you earn this. That's what makes this game so good, is like, you don't just freely fast travel right out the gate, you have to earn it. So I'm going to go, I guess, to Grand Soren. I don't know if we've triggered the event yet. We don't really have to, I don't think. And technically speaking, you can just skip meeting the Duke.
Well met, Arisen. We've been waste no time on us, sir. Though 'tis small mercy to be spared, only perhaps we'll all be wishing.
Okay, so we're like literally brought out. We can't go in there because that's story relevant. So yeah, I just recently killed the dragon, I guess. Gonna go ahead and pop on my shield real quick. Enhanced response. Stare down. Yeah, okay. Can't use that when I have party members. Stare down puts a debuff on you, and they remove the debuff, but the debuff also makes you stronger, so it's like...
Here now, a warrior such as yourself seeks always fight. If you aid me in a small matter, you shall have access to weapons both fearsome and powerful. What do you
There's
say?
a joke here, because you can access better weapons in Bitter Black Isle. There's no point doing this.
His talent is without measure, but he's stubborn as a plough beast and sells only to a chosen. To such patrons, he gifts an idol to make it. I must gain such an icon, and it's oft been said, you secure me and what say? The master works all, you can't go wrong. Come again.
Yeah, I don't need to help him. So anyway, after you kill the dragon, he unleashes Post-Dragon, which is the end of the world, basically. So killing the dragon is basically what causes all this shit to happen. The implication being, if you don't kill the dragon, he eventually just personally kills the world instead of unleashing the gates to hell, summoning forth thousands of monsters and stuff. So the thing is, you can actually go to the Duke, or you can just jump straight in. You don't even need to do the Duke event. You could just go. So if you just want to skip that for whatever reasons, because you've done it 1,000 times and are tired of everybody trying to kill you, that's what you do. See. I need to find out if I can get to Fornival. I don't think I can though, but like I hope I can buy stuff around. If not, it's gonna suck. Let me see here. It's Fornival's house. Nope. Nope, nope, nope. And of course, the, who am I trying to kid? Fornival's gone. So I've lost access to my, prayer wraps, basically. Unless Fornival's somewhere I don't know about. Can't go that way, can you? Nope. Alright. So basically what's going to happen is if I want to access Prey Wraps and farm Bitter Black Isle properly, I'm going to have to reset the game by doing the event and everything else. I can probably skip right through it because I'm pretty sure I still have plenty of Wake Stone, so I don't have to do everything in the final dungeon. First, I guess I'm going to need to go get them. No, 1 second. I have to just check on that. Bitter Black Isle. I'm going to start the game over by finishing the main quest, basically.
To support Crystal Master.
This if you
Okay, better go to storage. Withdraw. How many of those do I have? It's in the treasure thing, I think. Yeah, okay. I have just enough Wake Stones to finish the quest. I might need more, but
What'll it be? If you've the...
Sardis, Bitter Black Isle, Grand Soren. Yeah, once you unlock Post Dragon, you lose access to buying prayer reps. You have to just get them slowly and naturally, and I don't like doing that. I'm lazy.
This quiet in my place will not harm. Perhaps the peace we knew is lost for good and all.
Okay, so we're gonna go to the final dungeon now. Just kick some ass. Woohoo! YOLO! Okay. Yeah, okay. And the funny thing is, people like to fall down here, just land, but you can actually grab the ledges if you press R2. Bet you didn't know that.
If you would heed my call, prove now your worth. Show that you've the strength to break the yoke that binds you.
But yeah, you start the game off as an adventurer seeking to slay the dragon. Then you do, and afterwards,
I would ask all
you have to
of
pick a
you
fight with God.
Please, take this. My mistress gathered their like as she sought her way through the depths. She died as she was done. If you would take up her task, pray bring them here to me. I trust that you will see my mistress' will done. I
This
shall
game
await
is
you
so
further on.
unfinished. Like, holy shit. She just pops out of existence. Oh man, that's funny. Okay, I need to find the altar, which might be further down. Did I get the right one? Ah, maybe I didn't. Oh, I think I grabbed the same ledge. Shit. Yeah!
Is it gate? A nexus linking all the worlds.
I should have enough wake stones for the altar, so I'm just gonna go for that for right now. Try to just get to the final boss as quick as I can. I don't really want to mess around with the dungeon if I can help it, because it's basically just Bitter Black Isle. Like, functionally, that's what Bitter Black Isle is. It's this, but better. Still haven't found the altar, though. It should be really obvious, too, is the weird thing. No. Maybe this one? But this is the Everfall. You fall in it. Forever. It is quite literally the concept of a bottomless pit turned into a video game mechanic. Yes, it is literally an endless hole. It goes nowhere until you have wake stones. Okay, this is the Dragon area, I believe. I don't really want to fight him right now. Dragon sucks. He's an okay fight. It's just like the rules of the fight they're kind of terrible. Ah! Where's my dang altar at? But you know what's really wild is I've seen a lot of people who are just now finding out the Dragon's Dogma exists. And they don't know what to make of it even now. You know? there are people out there who literally they find out about it and are like, what the hell kind of game is this? How does this exist? And I'm like, nano machines, son. That's how. Magic. Bullshit. It just came out of nowhere.
There's a gate. A nexus linking all the worlds.
Oh boy. This is gonna take a while. It's not like it can just go straight to the altar. No, I have to fall to it and make sure I hit the right area. But, you know, it's a minor gripe, really. Okay, and that's the end of the pit. Except it isn't. Because we reset the pit. There it is. There. Of course the altar's all the way at the top. Why wouldn't it be? I swear to God, I'm so stupid sometimes. Okay. Here's the top of the altar.
Hello. Yes, at last. At last you've got with them. You can summon forth this rift born of the Wakestone's power. I fear there will be no returning to this place. Are you prepared to end this, Arisen?
Yes, I'm ready. It's time to attack and dethrone God. Quite literally, in this case. Because we still need Fornival. You know, it's really funny, we all hate Fornival, but he's the most useful merchant in the entire game. Because he gives you the thing that makes your attacks really strong. Okay. Here we go. Off to beat God's ass again. But yeah, this is that plot twist I was talking about. You're locked out of all the quests.
Well,
You finally confront the big cheese himself.
I'll not waste time on rhetoric. Defeat me, and take my place as keeper of this world. You saw it awaiting you at the end of your descent. Aye, the same world you've traveled to arrive at this place. A world you may well now inherit. It is a simple proposition, no different than any you've faced. You need only the will to claim what is offered you.
The will.
The will to survive.
You know, this is probably the most fucked up thing about Dragon's Dogma's narrative, though.
Yes. Fight, Arisen, as you e'er have fought in coming here. What is it that impels you? What force spurs you on? What sustained your wanderings and led you here?
So basically, the idea behind Dragon's Dogma and how its world functions is it takes the guy with the most willpower, the guy who gets shit done, and it turns him into fuel for an unending cycle until his will finally dies. So it's literally a system that preys on the strongest and most aggressive individual in the world. Doesn't matter who they are. If they have the willpower,
The infinite potential.
they're fuel. That's their purpose. And then they can become this and create life at whim. But it eventually just grinds them, you know? Just destroys them. That's the tragedy of it all.
If you must, but expect none of the mercy men seek in their gods. This is cold truth, the unbending reality of a world without. The world and all its denizens are but empty vessels. In that regard, no different than the pawns. volition, there is no true life. The world falls stagnant, dead as an ocean with no current to guide it. That volition is tempered by the struggle for survival. The decision, just like yours, to fight. Just as the pawns need a master's command, so the world thirsts for the will to live.
Let us continue. Show that you are more than an empty vessel, animated by forces unseen. Show that the temper of your soul is strong enough to command far more than mere pawns. Show that your will is fit to bind the frayed center of this world and hold it fast. Fight tooth and claw. Struggle now and cling to life. Show that living holds worth enough to fight for.
Oh, but this isn't the end, by any means. The fight goes on after this, but it's like, it's not even really a boss fight, it's really easy to beat. But in the event that you somehow manage to lose, he turns you into the next dragon.
Will you claim your right as arisen?
There are a bunch of like false endings here.
And seek peace in oblivion.
So you can turn back and
So, one foot after the next, come what may. That
it'll be like a game over.
live.
But you'll live out peacefully.
Turn back now, and I will grant you a merciful death. The choice is yours, Arisen. Yours alone.
'Tis a simple choice, Arisen.
This is my favorite part of the fight.
Step forward or retreat. Accept the quiet emptiness of a false peace, a false life.
Because you're literally forced to go through all the people you met and helped.
Praises of the quiet life are sung far too infrequent.
You literally walk over the corpses of everyone you knew
Ever to know you?
just to get this.
You're not without a home to return to. Why? What is it drives you so?
Why this hesitation, sir? You've ought to protect, do you not? This is your answer.
I would beg you rest a while yet, but just as like you would turn a deaf ear. Instead, I ask only that you keep us in mind now and again.
Man, it gives me chills every time that happens.
Goodbye. I was always so afraid. You seemed to like to leave for somewhere I could not follow. All I asked you was to be at the side of those I love. One and the rest.
And in doing this, the Arisen seals his fate, and becomes the next bit of kindling for the eternal fire of the engine of life, to seek out his own kindling later on, to replace himself with.
Come, Arisen. I shall meet you on your own terms, joined by my own companions of old.
And this is a random generated, randomly chosen player character, basically. Now, if you're offline, it could just be like,
Temper your soul in its heat. The forge of my heart grows cold. Oh, shit spot. World is merciless.
But the game always selects like a player character at random if you're online, and if you're not online, after the first playthrough, it'll be like your previous character. So you're literally fighting yourself every time.
All I've done was to test your will. It is the fate of all Arisen. You and I are swept up in the current, same as the rest. Each tempers the volition of the next.
But the online system is also canon to the game, so every player character is eventually becomes the seneschal. Then you fight their player character later on.
Until the coming of a new soul fit to craft the will to live. Someone like you. Until that day, may you guide the world ever justly.
This game had an interesting narrative because it's meta, but it still matters in the context of the game itself and its lore. Like the new game plus cycles are kind of canon to the story. Everything just repeats itself and recreates itself.
This world are undying, save by this brand's kiss. I ask that you, as the world's new seneschal, use it now to vouchsafe freedom to your weary servant.
Rifts are but gateways, linking distant places.
New crown sovereign and keeper of eternity. Grant me now this single boon. The fire of my life is spent in guttering. Give me freedom with the kiss of the Godspeed blade. If there is aught you wish to know afore my death, you need but ask. Mourn me not, for I welcome the release. At long last, I am free of eternity, of infinity, free of the cruel, unending ring.
But we're not done yet, because now we get to play God for a few minutes. Guess that's a thing here. Basically, this is the weirdest part of the game because it's so meta, but it's also pretty on point. Basically, you can go around and see 2 towns, and that's it. You're actually locked out of the overworld. You're locked out of actually playing the game, but you can terrorize the townspeople, like an angry, evil god ghost, and kill them. So you can literally just murder this entire town if you want. Oh no, you don't. Where are you going? Why are you running? But basically, there's nothing after this. You literally just, you can choose to terrorize the town as an angry ghost trapped in between dimensions and worlds. Oh. And nobody can do anything because you're like, you're not even perceptual. Like, you just attack people and they don't know what the fuck's going on. This is like a nothing event. It's to show you that, hey, by the way, you've lost the right to have fun now. You should do something about that. That's what this is. That's all this is like, it's the game going, okay, you've had your fun. Now it's time to stop. You have to rule the world and nothing else. There's nothing. So how you escape this state is you go back and you kill yourself, and that permanently frees this character from the cycle. Except it doesn't, because he becomes the boss later on if you're offline. You see. So that's the trick. It says you escape the cycle, but then it shows you have it. Of course, you can't open chests because no fun allowed. There's a lot of stuff you can't do here. But you also don't get to, like, choose where you go here. You just sort of... Let's see here. Come up. Kick. Yeah, so... Anyway, you just get out of town by heading through the gates, and you're back in boring Godland. Magical, cloudy, unhappy place with nothing in it. Sit back down, and you go to the next town. You only cycle between the two. There's nowhere else to go. There's nothing else to do. It really is nothing. This is pretty fun, though. Here you go. Have a friend. Notice this! Just imagine you're on guard duty and suddenly your guys just get thrown around and then they just die horribly. But yeah, as you can see, literally no reason to do this. Other than to have the sick, twisted pleasure of murdering an entire village. With no way for them to stop you. And after you're done, you can choose to go back to Sardis and try it again. Or you can do the sensible thing and use this obvious tool meant to kill yourself with to kill yourself with. Doing this will trigger the ending. The actual ending.
Stay with me.
The end. This is still like the weirdest part because like they don't explain any of this. It's just like that sequence where suddenly versions of him enter him. Like you don't explore that at all. What you're left with is a few questions and a lot of things answered about the game. You get a quick thank you from the game, and that's that. Now the wild thing is your pawn essentially enters your body and becomes the next you. and then he just lives a normal life in your stead.
It is you, isn't it? Of course it is, I'm sorry. You just seem changed. But I suppose it isn't you who's different. It's everything else. And you who changed it.
It's essentially, hey, we gave our pawn a normal life, then fucked off to wherever we were supposed to go when our player character dies. And that's that. Happy ending. And this can get way funnier if Pornable's your beloved. Okay. Oh, right, I did hard mode, so I get the Duke's clothing. Completely forgot about that. Huh. Nope. Okay. Silver lining, I just have to do the unfortunate cow quest and I can get back to the main game again. Okay. I'm in hard mode right now, which doesn't really count for anything. Yes. Probably not going to stick with this because I've only got so much time anyway, and yeah, and countless lifetimes come to pass. It's the game's way of saying, by the way, everything repeats itself eventually. Alright. God, this looks amazing though. Okay. I'm gonna edit him a bit. You actually customize characters a lot in this. Facial hair. There we go. Patrick Stewart looking motherfucker here. That'll work. Basic information. What the hell? Why is it censored? Okay. There we go. Check. Yep. Okay. Why censored DRE? That doesn't make any sense. Okay. There we go. Yes, I am indeed ready to play. Definitely want to change vocations and switch to something else for a bit. For the fun value, of course. Damn, he looks cooler than I thought he would. Shit, I should have made that edit before.
Hear ye, hear ye! The prophets have spoken, friends. The dragon's return is nigh. Join the honourable Duke's ranks and help us be rid of the fell beast.
I'm still mad that they cut the funding and budget for this game and just sort of forced it to not be completed. That sucks.
It's the dragon!
Here we go. One thing I really wish we could do is go straight to the dragon without engaging with the main game. Sort of like how in Breath of the Wild you could go straight to Ganon. That'd be cool if you could do that. Just give you that freedom to just skip everything, head straight for him and kick his ass. Unfortunately, you have to do this ceremonious thing where you engage with the game, so... Because it's walled off by a fort. Like, the Duke doesn't actually want the dragon to die. There we go. Grab the sword, sword man. Kick its ass. Alright. I'm doing like no damage. Yeah, without his weak point, Gregory's a tank. Of course, this technically isn't even a real boss fight, it's just a sort of Oh yeah, hit him a couple of times. Then he beats your ass in a cutscene. One thing I really like about the eyes is how, like, when they focus on it and suddenly the glaze goes away, they're very heavily implying that it's right here he finally comes to his senses and starts doing his job. He's also talking in Latin. Man, that is a lot of heartburn. Good God. The detail with his eyes is important because when he gives you his big, scary end of the world speech during this boss fight, his eyes are actually flashing, almost like he's about to go back to them being glazed over, like he's crazy. And I think that's an important detail because it shows like the dragon is on a timer, and he knows it, so he's choosing to stay away from people and hide until the Arisen can come put him out of his misery, because eventually he's going to go crazy again and start attacking people again. And there won't be a way to stop him.
Help me! He's still alive!
So when he's making that speech and his eyes are flashing, he's actually like, it's like a countdown of sorts, ticking down. Or at least that's my take on it. Okay. Then of course the connection to the dragon starts translating everything he says into English. Specifically into, I think it was David Lodge, was his name?
Take up arms,
Seriously, he does this thing's voice so much justice. It's amazing. This game is amazing. It really is. It's still jank as fuck though, but it's like, it's good jank. Okay. Yeah, spider. Don't even really need to do that, but...
You say it's left a glowing scar?
Yes. The wound has closed, and it seems the worst has passed, but his heart lies silent.
If you would face me. You are sure of this?
Yes.
Ill magic, the work of some curse. The whole world's already gone mad for fear of this dragon. Won't no good come of this? I must go see to the others, Kina. Tell me if aught changes here.
All right.
Alright. Should I go to the inn and change my gear out at least? Pretty sure my pawn has the gear I'm after though, so I'm gonna have to... Well, then again, maybe they auto switch it. Auto unequip it or whatever. Stored items, change equipment. Okay. So yeah, I've been force swapped to fighter for this. So I'll just equip the stuff I can equip. Go from there. that though. Oh, the Duke's investment. Okay, yeah. Looks like the chimeric armor is still equipped on the guy, so I'm not going to be doing anything with that, I guess. Solar armor. Ooh. Do I have solar anything else, or no? Immortals bracers. Oh, right, I had the immortal stuff. It's good armor, actually. Not all of it, though, apparently. That's unfortunate. Celestial armor is technically better. Immortals bracers. Immortals sabatons. Hero's cape. Sovereign's man. That's what I'm looking for.
As you will. What can I do you for? As you will. As you will.
Really should just go for Cursed Bite. That or Ascalon. Cursed Bite is better. Yeah, that'll do.
As you will. What can I do you for? Take care now.
Should really farm Bitter Black Owl for the Immortal set, but first I need to change my job, so... Okay, and that's our first pawn, who was named Rook. Rook is unimportant. Nobody likes him. Yeah, okay.
Before leaving, visit the store to make sure you have ample supplies.
This is going to be a recurring thing.
To the encampment. This path should see us there.
Goddamn beast!
Anyway. Just going to ignore that guy.
Falling from great heights can lead to injury.
Yep.
Be cautious. I'll go at once.
Hey Rook, want to see something cool?
My consciousness fades.
See, told you it'd be cool. And he was never heard from again.
Can you hear our voice?
Didn't I literally just throw him off a cliff? How did he teleport back in?
We speak. If you would claim to be among the Arisen, very well. If you hear a time.
I cannot move!
Have all you? We can have your pick. Any you like.
Okay.
What will it be today? Have your
Well, I
pick.
can't change my vocation. I have to learn or
What will it
set
be
skills.
today?
That's lame. Okay, that sucks actually. Hmm. There we go.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Come again.
The beast comes! My consciousness fades!
Okay, you hold on. Dang it, I can't take full advantage of that skill until I get rid of you completely. There we go. Okay, now we're good to go. Alright.
I cannot take much more!
How many times do I gotta do this? You. Okay, now to watch and make sure.
Fades!
Don't sweat it, Rook. Just let the currents take you. This might take a while. Yes, it does, Rook. Yes, it does. But yeah, until I get to Grand Sword, I can't switch out jobs or vocations. Technically, I can. I just have to go to Bitter Black Isle, but like, that ain't gonna happen until I get to Grand Sword anyway. So. I swear, I think he's following me. Now the funny thing about discipline points is you actually get more for killing smaller enemies than you do larger ones. So this is just a great discipline point farming method right here. Not a bandit. Oh, finally. The immortal gear is actually really good if you say, like, want to have steady regen on your character at all times. It trivializes the need to, like, heal, because that just happens automatically. But it's basically the Hydra set, except there's no way to get it other than farming Bitter Black Isle and getting it as cursed armor and stuff like that. But it's really good. I used to get it all the time. Okay, I better advance the story, get the Hydra stuff going, and do that god-awful ox cart quest that takes forever.
I cannot move.
Seriously?
What a game.
Fine, whatever, Rook. I'll get rid of you later.
Let us go and give word of it. Set out from here and we'll be on the path to Grand Soil.
With that, you will now they shall.
Ugh. It's kind of messed up how you can only choose 3 vocations, but what can you do?
Ah, Emma, you'll be mine. I can.
Nah, I'm not doing that. That's basically pawn training. It just teaches you how to use the system.
It's closed. Seems we need dispensation to pass. Back to Cassidy, Arisen.
We can save you. Have your pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
I am Mercy. I voted. I cannot. What manner of? Well, it matters not. Did you make use of the ink as you will?
Okay. This should be easy enough.
I do, but I cannot. It will be slow going. We'll meet at the.
Alright. And now for the worst quest in this entire game. The longest, most tedious quest that turns off almost everyone from this game.
That terrible creature. These are done.
Built to keep out goblins, I should think. You'll need Keena's help for this. Let's ask at the village.
The Ox Cart Quest. It is without exception my most hated quest.
Let's be doubly sure of which will see us to our destination.
Oh, right. Before I do anything else. He just flat out doesn't have his weapons on. Alright.
Quite the view, eh? Wolves hunting packs!
Yes, they do.
They're a slippery target. We'll likely face ambush here. Stay watchful. There's uneven footing. Watch your step.
What a large tree.
You know, it's still funny to me, this game has a speedrun mode. But it also has the slowest quest in all of gaming. Seems very contradictory, you know? There are ways to speedrun this and get it done in less than an hour. You just have to do a lot of weird skips and stuff. You know, the usual thing. But I saw a speedrun of this once and I was like, oh my god, you can do that? Can't remember what I saw, but I remember thinking, holy shit, this game is incredible. You can do all this crazy crap with it.
The stone makes a regrettably effective wall. Follow this road north and we'll hit Grand Soren.
You make women like it, but few.
Okay.
Let us go.
I feel more familiar with this place.
Okay, now you can speed up. You can speed the ox up by kicking it. He only goes so far, and then when he runs out of HP, that's that. So you need a healer for this, but I don't feel like doing that right now.
Even goblins come. You want the roads open. Take no chances, men. Cut them down on sight.
Stay at
This
the north
palace
side.
is a nest
Grand
for
Soren
every
stands
member
beyond
of
the
our
tower.
beasts.
This place is home to harpies. There,
No man
master.
can say
Harpies.
from where they will strike.
Beware when the creature
They come from
dies.
above. Ready yourselves.
Don't make touch the arisen.
Have we the means to shoot it down? No! They hold the advantage!
Of course.
Await it. Beware when the creature dies.
This might take a while.
Fall, beast! Takes fire!
It's within striking range.
Strength in numbers, Arisen.
Be careful when doing this, because sometimes the ox will insta-kill you. So don't be in front of it if you can help it. Like how I just can't hit them. They don't want me to hit them. Don't want to bring his health all the way down to 1, because then it'll just be slower. Almost done. Gotta get through this pass, go through the place with a bunch of rocks that kill you.
There, Master! We may find all the leads in the cottage ahead. Path diverges. Harpy!
I have it! Keep watching for falling rocks. No path ahead. It's fire!
Oh boy.
I'll set its wings ablaze!
Friendly numbers arisen.
I'll heal your wounds.
Don't heal my wounds. Heal his. Heal the ox.
I'm on my way.
Fallen Lord bars the path.
Any time.
Stay just ahead of him enough to heal him.
Behind us! Stand clear! Don't stop! We're exposed here!
I block that like a champ.
Leave it to me!
Leave it to me. Any time.
The ox never dies. It just gets really bad boo-boos.
A fiend with a woman's form!
Is it the serpent's blood that draws them? We cannot turn back. Stand strong and press onward.
This treacherous is evil.
Any time.
What sort of place is Grassthorn? I am eager to see it.
I'll heal your wounds.
Okay.
The creatures come! Put them down, men!
Alright.
Stop it now! Take my fire!
Even in numbers, a weakling is a weakling still.
That sent it reeling!
We're not far now, men!
Final way castle before
Keep
Grassthorn.
marching!
Ferocious battle.
It's not worth the time! Fire! Lend thy kiss! Be healed!
Anyway, we're almost done. We're out of the pass, which is the important thing.
We're near half between
Dimitar, we've come this far safely. Stay vigilant till we're in Grand Soren's gates, men.
In numbers, a weakling is a weakling still. The canyon floor is an apt spot to find ourselves.
Come on, Rook, do the thing.
Best be careful.
There we go. Okay, now I can speed this up a little.
They're ahead! Grand Soren is in sight! We are nearly there, men! Don't march!
There we go.
Goblins hate fire! Take the offensive!
We've still got some bandits to contend with, but they're not very challenging.
Counter after they strike.
They're left exposed after a grand strike. I shall be so much strong. We'll rout them in a single charge. I will.
Strength in numbers arisen. Leave it to me.
I'm on my way.
I'll heal your wounds.
Seems all roads lead to
Any time.
Move faster.
Leave it to me. Any time.
Who knows what lies in wait? Best proceed with caution.
Be healed!
A good start to any task is talking with others. Let's begin with that.
Okay. I guess we're waiting it out then. This part takes forever. But it'll be done soon.
Grand Soren, capital of Francis. Shall we enter Arisen?
Slowly now. Slowly we wait for the ox to drag the head into the city as tribute to the Duke. Slowly and meticulously, methodically even. Slow and steady wins the race. I really hate this part of the game.
We've arrived. A Hydra's head is walk.
Anyway. It's funny how we didn't actually kill the Hydra, we just hurt it really bad, and apparently that's enough to be considered tribute. And if that sounds like a flawed tribute practice, it should, because this happens again, and is actually, like, taken advantage of by a bunch of guys who took a sleeping cockatrice in as tribute, because they totally killed the thing, and then it attacks the city. Okay, well. I have zero interest in helping Mason right now. I just want to get some vocation swapping done.
Oh, there, just have your pick, any you like.
Change vocation. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go with warrior. Thank you. Change my equipment. What else is that? That'll do. Yeah. You know, I could have sworn I actually had a full chimeric set, but I guess not. I mean, the immortal set is still pretty good. So that'll have to do, I guess.
Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today?
Okay, this is that iframe slash I mentioned. It's really good.
What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like.
Change vocation. That's my vocation. Hmm. When fighting barehanded. Hmm.
Have your pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
The guild lies at the city's west end.
We aren't. We can. It is our prey. Have your pick. Any you like. Have your pick. Any you like. What will it be today? What will it be today? Have your pick. Any you like. Come again soon.
Okay.
Aye, the inn offers a clean bed, but it deals.
Let me check to see if I'm online. I'm pretty sure I am, but might not be. Yeah, okay.
Vocations and skills besides.
Bond, there's not. Have your pick. What will it be today? Understood.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here, I guess. Take a break, because that ox cart section sucks. Not a fan. I'm gonna get back to playing Final Fantasy VII for a bit.